Woohoo! Let's Talk About the Music is starting.
What is Let's Talk About the Music, and why are you so excited about it?
It's a podcast with controversial talk and a global mix of music.
Oh, cool. How and where can I listen?
Just go to letstalkaboutthemusic.com and click follow to be sure to get all the info about the bands that are playing and see their music videos. Then click on Spreaker or iTunes to listen live and even chat with other listeners and the host herself.
What day and time is Let's Talk About the Music on?
Every Wednesday night from 8 p.m. to midnight Pacific Standard Time.
I think I'll tune in. Thanks for the info.
Episode 21, and we had Johnny Searfoss, so we're talking about the blues, and I have them on mute because he's actually entertaining Johnny. Ha ha!
Adored and celebrates what she'd scorned. I can't relate now or before. It's all it takes to shoot these scores. Just wait and see. It covers all you and me. You and me. You and me. You and me. With all take, I hit the floor. Still can't relate, just like before. For someone's sake, for someone's sore. I hope you show me to the door. It won't be long before I scream. It'll become blue and green.
talk about the music. I'm Shells, your host here in Tacoma, Washington. Don't know where that is? Google it. And I have my co-host out there, way out there in Ohio. Glorious Ohio.
That's me. Glorious Ohio, of course.
You don't know where that is? I don't know either, and I have not Googled it, so you Google it.
Well, the old joke is it's high in the middle and round on both ends, so you can't miss it.
Wow. Now that's something.
Don't ask me where that came from. Google it. That's right. Google it.
Did you make that up or somebody else did?
It wasn't mine, so I can't take credit for that. I don't know if I would want to.
True. Okay, and also the song you just heard was Speech Machine, Blue and Green, and Spider, you picked that as our music video pick. Why?
Sure did. Well, what I'm doing is we have a long list of musicians kind of backed up, waiting for us to get the video pick back up, so I'm apologizing to all you folks. We're going back and forth between international bands and U.S. bands, and since last week's was Sundown Delay, they had a kind of a more rock tone to it. I wanted to go in a more indie direction with this one, get a little bit of variety, and Speech Machine has that little something that I liked for this week.
Cool. Right on. So there you go. And Speech Machine, they've also here in Seattle, I think you just mentioned that one, and I guess they were having a hard time promoting their music, and they found our show through MusicSubmit.com.
So artists out there, if you're listening, Music Submit, that's how you get on the show.
Yes. Now, if anybody's actually out there is brand new to the show, this is what the show is all about. This is your chance to pick a topic that we may not know, or maybe we do know, and we'll go from there. It can be a controversial talk show or a talk topic. It can be something exciting, like a few episodes we did Star Wars trivia. Last week we did a whole bunch of different things that Arctica Angel, did I say it right?
Archangela.
Archangela, thank you.
Archangela.
I don't know what I keep calling Arctic Angel for. I don't know why. And then this week, we are talking to Johnny Searfoss and Joe. They're both blues artists, and they're on the phone right now. Hi, Joe. Hey, John.
Hello.
Johnny.
Hi, hey, Joe. It's John. Hi, folks. How's everybody doing tonight?
We're doing
Good.
fantastic. We are talking about the blues.
Yes, we sure are. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know what that was, but, there you go.
I think you were going for it. Na.
You guys do the blues better than I do, so I probably should just let the professionals handle that.
Yeah.
Oh, let's get my hip boots, everybody. Here we go.
So how long have you two been doing the blues?
Oh
boy.
I guess since we started playing pretty much, right, Joe?
Well,
I mean, when we were kids,
we both do different. We both do other types of music as well. I guess probably, on and off since for me maybe since the 80s.
That sounds pretty fair. I can remember at one point Joe was a guitar student of mine, and I wasn't even old enough to drive to his house for the lesson. I used to actually get a ride to his house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's probably the start of our longtime friendship, and Joe's always had this shining, amazing ability to interpret acoustic blues and other styles that go with the acoustic sound. So he's big on. Well, he can tell you what are you listening to nowadays besides Tommy Emmanuel?
Oh my God! Well, probably a lot of the stuff from my generation, which was early to mid '70s. I still think that music had more to say than any other generation since then. There are a lot of stuff like, not blues, but stuff like America, Crosby, Stills, Nash, the late 60s Beatles stuff, the Hollies, a lot of the British Invasion stuff, and some Clapton, and a little bit of jazz, and everything from pretty much everything from light jazz to to rock and roll. So and the new stuff I like is more of the stuff that you don't hear on the radio at all. Stuff that just doesn't get played. Like Tommy Emmanuel or people that aren't mainstream.
So basically, you two have been friends for a very, very major long time.
Long time.
Yeah.
John met me way back when I was playing with a country rock country band in the 70s in a place that was in a small town not far from here, and he would come out there sometimes just to hear the entertainment. He wasn't even old enough to go into the place. It was a bar, but
Wow.
he didn't drink. He just came in to enjoy the entertainment, and he heard us there, and I guess he liked what he heard, and he hung around, and I got to meet him that way. And actually, he even went up and played with us a couple times, and I could tell that he knew what he was doing on the guitar. He knew his way around. His leads, but he was more of a lead player than I was. And I was playing electric back then. I was playing basically electric rhythm with this band, this 4-piece band, and he would come up and play once in a while. And that's how I met him. That was like 1980 or so, way back.
Wow.
For sure. Yeah, I think it was just a hair before that. It was called the Candlelight Inn, and it was a nice restaurant bar, and I knew the owner's son. He actually played guitar, and we were trying to get a band together at the time. So he'd say, come on down the bar and check out the Wings of Change, which was, the band that Joe was in. And it was really cool, too, because it was 3 blind artists and 1 sighted lead guitar player. And a really neat group of people who were really talented. Who was in that band, Joe? I know the first names. I don't remember last names.
We had me on rhythm and sometimes half-baked lead guitar, and Lenny, guy by the name of Lenny Subi. He was on drums. He was blind totally also. Well, he was a friend of mine from when we were like 7, 8 years old in grade school. I hung around with him all the time. And a girl that played bass, her name was Mary Tripp, and she was a real trip, all right. Oh, man. You never knew what was going to come out of her. She was really a psycho, actually, but she was a decent bass player. And a guy by the name of Jimmy Bellis, who is no longer with us, unfortunately. He died of a heart attack probably about 15 years ago.
Probably because of Mary getting on him or something. I don't know.
Oh God, I don't know. He was one of the best. He was one of the best lead guitarists I ever heard. I mean, oh my God, he was just so good. He could play lead phrases. He could play lead phrases and sing other phrases at the same time. I don't know how he did it. It was like, oh my God, it was amazing. But we had good sound. We had great harmony, great vocal harmony, like 3 and 4 part harmony, like off the record with stuff that we did, and people really liked us, and that was probably the first really decent group I was ever in.
Yeah, and I remember hearing you guys and just thinking, wow, these guys are great, And we kind of parted ways, not in a bad way or not intentionally, just the way life goes, And I started playing in different bands in the area, local bands. And after a long period of time passed, and I got